name is Stefan Stenbom, and I'm a PhD student at the Royal Institute of Technology in Stockholm. I have planned this presentation together with my supervisor, who's Stefan Stenbom, who's an associate professor also at KTH. But he is on parental leave now, so I will do this presentation all by myself. I should also note out that I'm also the manager for the Math Coach project that will be a part of the presentation today. Okay, I'm not here to speak about actual research we are performing on this project. Rather, it is about to present the projects themselves, but I will point out some of the research things that we are doing. One thing that we have been working with a lot the last year or something like that is actually to try to define this phenomena that we have found in Sweden and also in Denmark and in the US, where we have students at different levels coaching each other in a specific subject, math, Swedish, English, or something like that. And we have come to this sort of working definition where we define student-student online coaching as an online service where a student gets support on a specific subject matter from a more experienced student. But this is still sort of a definition in progress. So if you have any ideas or thoughts about this definition, you are more than welcome to either send me an email after the presentation or come and speak with me afterwards, since we are actually sort of finishing up an article regarding this in the next couple of weeks. So first, the Math Coach project, and I will start to actually show a short 1-minute movie about what it is about. Let's see. Math Coach Online is a project that we have here in Sweden, and what we do is that we have our teacher students on the evenings. They are sitting at their computer, logged into Windows Live Messenger, MSN, and via MSN they are coaching pupils in math.
The most common question I get as math coach is questions regarding equations and algebra.
Math Coach Online is not about giving the answers to the students. Instead, it's about tutoring the students and to guide them.
It's a challenge to communicate with the students via this new medium that I've never practiced at the teaching school, so it's very giving.
Okay, I think this gets a little bit about what this project is about. Math Coach has been around now since 2009. We have had somewhere around 6,000 hours of conversations within the project. All conversations are done within Windows Live Messenger, and they are all saved. The aim for this sort of project is to of course contribute to better subject skill in math for K-12 students and for math teacher students. But also it is about to develop teacher students' digital literacy, since we are only using at present teacher students. And we also would like to contribute to research in this new area. So this is somewhat what it looks like. You can either send text and you can write things also. We have tried in maths to have webcam conversations and voice conversations, but the pupils don't want it. We believe that the reason for that is they aren't able to multitask as much as they want if they have a voice or a webcam conversation. That's only an idea from us. The service is open from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. in the evenings, from Monday to Thursday. And we are actually also open this week and next week, where we have a holiday here in Sweden. And even though the actual use of the service goes down, but there is still use of the service even when it is holiday, which is fantastic, because that yeah, you can say that pupils are using the service even when it is holiday. Okay, the teacher students are at present teacher students at four different universities. We are working with the teacher education in Linköping, in Karlstad, and in Stockholm. And we have also the teacher education Swedish for Immigrants teacher in Stockholm, well, I will talk about a little more about later. And we have the Master of Science in Engineering and Education. It's a joint program where you get a Master of Science in both in engineering and in education. And that is situated at the Royal Institute of Technology, where I'm working. And around 60% of the coaches are studying at KTH. So this is where we are situated today. We have KTH and the House of Knowledge, Vetenskapens hus. That is actually a joint project between KTH and Stockholm University, where we are situating the coaching facilities in Stockholm. And we have Linköping and Karlstad. And we are currently serving 7 municipalities in Sweden. It has been 8 sometimes, it has been 5 sometimes, but at present we are running with 7 municipalities. And the actual financing within this project is that the research and most of the development are funded by the universities, but the actual service does the, what did I say? I say research and development are funded by universities. But the actual service is financed by the municipalities in themselves. And the reason for having this sort of financing thing is that we can offer our teacher students a spare time job during their teacher education. So instead of working at McDonald's, they can work as an online tutor during their teacher education. The actual organization is that I'm sort of the manager of the project, and we have 3 local directors, one at each university, who are a regular employee at the university. We also have a bunch of coaches, somewhere around 20 at each university, and they are coordinated by what we call the coach coordinator. The coach coordinator is also a teacher student, mostly an experienced teacher student who are far in his or her education, and they work with sort of organizing the things, like make sure that the computer works and that the schedule is full and stuff like that. And actually, as I said, the service starts at 5 o'clock. Otherwise, I could go in and sort of show you how we do it, but unfortunately, I'm not able to do that. And I've been calling around all this afternoon if there is anyone who were able to do sort of a demonstration here together with you, but because I'm used to do that, but none of them wanted to do it in English. So unfortunately not. But you can try it on your own afterwards if you want to, at least if you are Swedish speaker. So the other project that I'm here to present is called Swedish Coach, and that is a much smaller project. It's run at present with only 50 pupils, somewhere around that. But the pupils are all immigrants from Somalia, Iraq, Afghanistan, and those types of countries who have come to Sweden in like 6 months to 1 year ago. And on the other side, we have teacher students who are studying to become a teacher in Swedish for Immigrants. This project has been around for 1 year, 1.5, and it's organized and founded by Stockholm City. The teacher students are studying at Stockholm University. We are cooperating with Microsoft in this project, and we also are sort of cooperating with Microsoft in the Math Coach project, since we're using Windows Live Messenger. And we at Royal Institute of Technology, we provide into this project sort of the technology skills. We have found very much that in the tutor skills that the Swedish coach need much more support on technology level than the students of the Royal Institute of Technology or Karlstad or Linköping, the math teachers. And we also contribute with the actual coach training. this is sort of just a slide to give you a picture of what it looked like. In Swedish Coach, we are very much using the webcam. So in math, we are using almost text only, and in Swedish, it's almost like webcam only. And the reason is always pupil driven, so they sort of decide here what type of communication they want to have, and they like to have the webcam conversation much more than to type, but it's basically due to that they think that it is easier to talk to each other. To become a math coach or a Swedish coach, you need to have a certain background. You need to study at teacher training. You need to have studied math or Swedish, and you need to have studied the didactics of math or Swedish. We also have our own sort of coach training program, which is not so large. I think it's like one week or something like that, where you study the theory around coaching, and also the technology and sort of like that. But actual subject matter you need to have studied before. We also have, this is sort of practice integrators as well, so you practice as a tutor before you get your coach license. Yeah. So that was the actual project I think of, and sort of just to give you a teaser, we build the theoretical foundation of this very much on Vygotsky's zone of proximal development, where we try to really spot this zone of proximal development. And that is quite hard for a student, a teacher student, facing a pupil that they don't know who they are. Because all pupils, when they come to us, they are anonymous. We don't know anything about them except their email address and the profile picture. And I can say that the last week it has been very popular to look like Whitney Houston. So, and that is really one of the things that we are dealing with, how to spot the zone of proximal development. And we will be working with that very much this spring, together with Terry's friend, Martha Cleveland Lins, who will, she's a professor at the Basque University, and she will be at Royal Institute of Technology 1 month this spring. So it would be very like to. I don't know how much time I have spent. Do I have more time? Or 2 minutes. Okay. We have sort of posted out an agenda for future research within this project, where we have 3 types of dimension. The first one is the development of the software. How should we develop software to encourage and support online coaching? What should it look like? Yeah, basically that. We have the teaching and learning part, where I'm sort of interested. I'm a master of Science in Engineering and Education, the same type of program that we have very many of the coaches come from. And here we are planning to analyze both the student or the pupil perspective and the coach perspective of this. And we have, as Terry said, it was very fun that I posted a bullet before you had your keynote, the learning analytics part. Since all these somewhat like around 8,000 math conversations, text-based, are all saved, and we are at present building a database together with our some undergraduate students who are studying to program databases. So they are now building a database for us, and we are hoping to tweak it, and in a year or something like that, be able to really follow a student or take out any type of statistics that you want to. Okay, thank you so much. Do you have any questions?